Hi everyone, happy Easter and happy spring. Welcome to your March 2024 Astrological forecast. Before I begin, I would like to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for your likes and shares and your comments. And if you are new to my channel and you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, okay? It really helps it to grow. Also, I guess you guys have noticed that the weekly forecast has now become kind of like a daily forecast on the shorts section. And actually, I believe some people aren't aware that there aren't major aspects between the planets every single day. Okay, there are minor ones, but I only cover the major aspects. So if there isn't a post for that day, that's because there wasn't a major aspect on that day. Okay, but we're still calling it the weekly forecast, even though it's showing up daily in the shorts section. Okay, also, I am working on a video for Pluto, but YouTube, I believe, has recently changed some of their policies or regulations. And I have to kind of review them to make sure what I can say and what I can't say. Whatever, you know, Pluto is a pretty intense planet, and there's a little bit of seriousness to it. So I really would like to do it justice, but I don't want to offend anyone, okay? So now for this month's forecast here, okay? Well, the sun is obviously in Pisces, okay, up until the 19th, when it moves into Aries on the 19th, okay? Mercury starts off in Pisces this month, but ends up in Aries on the 9th, okay? There's a new moon in Pisces on the 10th. Venus moves into Pisces on the 11th, and Mars moves into Pisces on the 22nd. Okay, up until that point, Venus is still in Aquarius up until the 11th, and Mars is still in Aquarius up until the 22nd. So you got the love planets still traveling together, as they will be when they enter Pisces, okay? And there is a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra on the 25th. So now for your forecast. Hi, Taurus. So, okay, so all these planets are in Pisces in your 11th house, where you have the sign of Pisces, okay? Your 11th house is your most sociable house, okay? It's where you would normally go to hang out with your friends. It is socializing in person, or at least feeling like getting out and seeing people, or going to see like some kind of live show or an event of some kind, but you actually feel like getting out there and seeing people or going somewhere, okay? But it is also socializing online, so you don't necessarily have to leave or go anywhere to socialize, right? It is your friends and acquaintances, okay? And it is any group or organization that you belong to, and it's also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. Okay, Neptune and Saturn are already here, okay? For the longest time, Neptune has been here, you know, and you may have had a friend within your group of friends. Maybe they're just an acquaintance to you, but they're like a friend of a friend, okay? Or someone in an organization that you belong to that just was like, there was something that was very unclear about them, okay? You couldn't put your finger on it, but you had a feeling about them, you know. Nobody knew enough about them anyways. They didn't talk about themselves a lot, but boy, they sure as hell wanted to know all about you, right? So one of those kind of people, you know, when they talk, you just feel like they're not telling you the truth, or they're really embellishing whatever it is that they're saying. They want you to believe that they're this kind of person and they've done this and that in their life and blah blah blah, and you're supposed to be impressed by them. And a lot of that like isn't like true at all. Okay, so now Saturn comes along, and really Saturn is reality, okay? Neptune is unreality, Saturn is reality, okay? So you could be like trying to, you know, explain this to your group of friends about this one person, okay? or with any kind of organization that you belong to. You could be trying to point out to these people what's going on. You know, you can clearly see it, even if someone else does see it. They don't feel like doing anything about it. It's fine with them. Okay, maybe it's not fine with you though. So this could be one of those times. You know, Mars is moving into this area. I have to say right now, please excuse me if I sneeze. Okay, I'm having a hard time doing these videos because I keep sneezing in the middle of them. It's really bad. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, because I can feel one coming on, right? Anyways, okay, so the sun is in Pisces up until the 19th, right? Venus moves here on the 11th. There's a new moon in Pisces on the 10th, and Mars moves here on the 22nd. And like I said, we already have Neptune and Saturn here. This is like a really good networking house, though, okay? At the beginning of the month, Mars is still in Aquarius, in your 10th house, okay, up until the 22nd before it moves into Pisces. So I'll just very briefly go real quick, okay? With Mars in the 10th house, it belongs here, okay? Mars does really well in the 10th house because it's a house of competition. Okay, the 10th house is how you are known by reputation, personally and professionally. And your 10th house cusp is known as the midheaven. So if you've ever heard that term, that's what that is. It is the most public house. It's the very top of your chart. Okay, so you're really out there right now. With Venus here, people are just, you know, viewing you like you're some kind of movie star practically. You know, Venus in the 10th house, I always say in the 10th house, your first house or your own zodiac sign, makes you far more appealing than at any other time. Okay, so people are viewing you publicly and saying really, really nice things about your appearance, your style. It could be about your personality, but usually it's about your physical appearance, okay? And with Mars here, you know, you could be up for, let's say, like a position. You could be after a certain position professionally or even personally, you know, like for like personal clout or status, you know. Pluto is again in Aquarius. It will fall back into Capricorn for a little while, then move fully into Aquarius at the end of the year and stay there for 20 years. Okay, so having Pluto in your 10th house is going to be a pretty big deal for you, you know, because it's a public house. Okay, but we'll get to that. I am doing the video on Pluto, okay, so I'll cover it more then. Anyway. Venus and Mars in your 10th house, okay, so if you are after any kind of position at this time, I would have to say you're more than likely going to get it, okay, especially like I said with Mars here. Mars is the ego planet. It does thrive on competition in a way, and the 10th house is competing for a position, possibly with someone else or just in general, okay. So you're getting a lot of attention right now. And with the sun and all that, all these planets in Pisces in your 11th house of socializing and networking, you could be meeting a lot of really powerful people at this time because you are becoming one of those very powerful people, okay? Remember, you still have Jupiter and Uranus in your sign. Jupiter is still in your sign up until May. So, you know, you still got a few months here to really, you know, live it up or whatever. Use this transit to the best that you can. Take every opportunity, okay? Or at least try something new. Try something different. Try something new, okay? Also, though, back to your 11th house of friends, okay? You could, just because you have Jupiter in your sign, and I find that whenever Jupiter transits your sign, at least one person comes into your life that is a good friend or a good has a good effect on you or benefits you in some way. But you have to think about, you know, the last time Jupiter was in Taurus. It was about 12 years ago. You could Google it. Anyway, and if you met someone at that time, if you made a new friend at that time, they may still be with you to this day, right? They're with you for life. So, because of all these planets going on whatever in your 11th house of friends, I believe that you may actually come closer to someone at this time, a friend that you've already had, or a new person just entering your group of friends, or or an organization that you belong to that could be actually pretty good for you and your group of friends. You know what I mean? They bring a lot of, let's say, stability with them, because that's what Saturn does. It governs stability. Okay, so anyway, the sun moves into Aries on the 19th, and Mercury's here from like the 9th on. Okay, Aries in your 12th house. That's where you have Aries. 12th house being confidences and secrets, activities by you or someone else behind the scenes. Your house of the subconscious mind and psychic ability. The house of confinement and charity. This is possibly helping someone who is confined to, let's say, like even a prison, or confined to their home due to health, or confined to a nursing home or hospital or something like that. It could be just at this time that you are helping them. Maybe someone needs your help at this time, and you're not out there blasting it around to everybody going, hey, guess what? Guess what I'm doing? I'm helping so-and-so, because it could be something that just passes. Maybe someone is briefly laid up and you are helping them. Okay, well, there is a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra in your 6th house. It's directly across from your 12th house of Aries. Okay, you have Libra on the 6th house of the workplace, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule, co-workers. It's your house of health, your house of service to others. Okay, so something could happen at this time. A lot of times, I always say with Mercury in the 12th house, it brings out the great investigator in you. You're just suddenly very curious, either about a friend or anything, but you start kind of like searching it out, investigating whatever it is that piques your interest at this time. And there could be something actually that happens at work, in the workplace, with a coworker or with a company that you work for, or if you're self-employed, this could be a client that you have, but it's a secret. Whatever you find out at this time, it could be a pretty big deal. Full moons are usually there to bring a problem to the surface, so it can be dealt with and done away with. And maybe that is what will happen. The effect of an eclipse will have the results last a little bit longer. So that there could actually something could be happening at work. You know what I mean? Could happen right there, or within the kind of work that you do. But you know a little bit more about it behind the scenes, or you are let in on some kind of secret possibly that's going on in the workplace or with the company you work for. Something or other. Okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Taurus on the 13th and 14th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Scorpio, and those dates are the 1st, 2nd, 27th, 28th, and 29th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 9th, 10th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 15th, 16th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for your career is the 7th and 8th, and the best time for communication and travel is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for March. Be sure to check out my weekly forecast, which is now daily shorts. Okay, see you then. Goodbye.